How's it going, guys? My name is Dice. Welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to master game sense in Rocket League. Right? And before I actually get into all the content of the video, I want to let you know that this is a really difficult concept to explain. Right? Because game sense is the hardest part of Rocket League. Right? There's no other game like Rocket League, so everyone has the same start. So game sense takes years and years and years to perfect, and I haven't even perfected it, but I'm going to do the best I can to explain game sense at an in-depth level, as deep as I can really. But yeah, let's get into it. Also, I want to thank you guys so much for the love and support on my recent videos. We're almost at 500 subscribers. Alright, end of the video. My first tip is, so this applies to 1v1 and 2v2. I don't play 3v3 at all. I think I have probably like 10 3v3 games in total in the entire time I played Rocket League. So I'm not even going to ever go into 3v3 in probably any video. So this applies to 1v1 and 2v2. I do play 3v3 comp, like 6-mans and like RLCS tryouts and that kind of stuff. I do play those threes, but I don't play like casual ranked. But anyways, so my first tip is to pay attention to boost management, right? So you have to pay attention to how much boost your opponents have. Knowing when they're low on boosts will obviously give you a significant advantage. You can go for like aerials, flip resets, air dribbles, challenges, and mainly shots when obviously they're unable to defend effectively because they're low boost. Now you can save most shots on 12 boosts, but they should be able to save it, right? So just make sure you keep an eye on the boost pads, and especially when someone's like low boost, like 0 to like 30, you need to be taking all the boost pads in the vicinity, because that will really starve them. Yeah, that tip's really important, especially for 1v1, but this one really applies for 2v2, but this one is called pattern recognition, right? Rocket League has a lot of repeated actions and movements, right? So you need to pay attention to your opponent's patterns and use that knowledge to your advantage, right? Are they always looking for a pass when they're in the 2v1 situation, or are they always going for the bump? Because if they're always going for the bump, what you should do as the last man, so you're not putting a 2v1, is kind of insta challenge. That's pretty much your only option. Because if you don't insta challenge and you fake, then their teammate's just going to drive up and try to bump you while the other guy's shooting. So if they keep trying to put 2v1s on you, your best bet's to insta challenge, but an actual good insta challenge, right, where you're almost guaranteed to hit the ball. You don't want them to be able to flick over you, right? So you have to be insta challenging if they're always going for the 2v1. If they're deciding to pass and they're not going for 2v1s, typically in lower ranks, you can cut off the space and challenge, right? So like if they're driving on the left side of the field and their teammates on the right side, cut off the right side of the map by driving that way, forcing him into the left, right? And so then you just have a free challenge with no way he's going to pass, right? That's a huge pattern recognition tip, especially for low ranks and even high ranks too. Sometimes they won't always go for the 2v1 bump because it's risky, right? If you don't get the bump on the 2v1, you pretty much get scored on because you're both committed. So tip 3 is to always be playing 1v1 games, right? Apparently Jack, he posted a video about like how to improve in Rocket League, and he said that playing ones was super helpful. I've been saying that for a long time, but a reason why it's super helpful is it kind of creates your personality as a player. Like, that sounds kind of weird, but like it kind of gives you your own play style, right? Like if you're a low rank 2s player, you're just trying to do basic rotations, you don't really have a play style, right? Are you an aggressive player, passive player? But 1v1, if you get high ranked in ones, you develop your own play style, right? So it can really help you get to the next level of Rocket League, and it can help you even get to SSL to having your own play style. And yeah, 1v1 is really intimidating, but it forces you to adapt quickly, right? Making decisions on your own, and it just improves your game sense. The skills you learn in 1v1 translates to all other game modes, including threes, by the way, but it just makes you a more well-rounded player. This tip's actually probably the hardest tip out of all of them. It's not the most important, but it's the most difficult. Tip number 4 is about tracking boost collection, right? So you got to keep a mental note of when your opponent grabs a boost. This is super easy in 1v1, but 2v2 and 3v3, this is hard. That's why 3s is the hardest mode in terms of actual skill, in my opinion. this information is obviously a game changer. Like, knowing that your opponent just picked up a big boost, you can predict, like I was saying in the second one, pattern recognition, you can predict what they're going to do. Like if you were in that situation, you just picked up a full boost, what are you probably going to do? You're probably going to go in the air. So I'll pre-jump a lot of the time when I'm like 12 or like 24 boosts, because it will end the play early, and I just predict what they're going to do because they grab the boost. So it's just, all these sync in together, right? And yeah, I mean, that one's super hard, especially in threes. I'll kind of tell you guys how to do it in twos. So I'm just going to do this one at a basic level because it's really hard to explain at a deep level. Like, you're not going to see any videos on this, like, by any players, because it's very difficult. But here's a basic level. So let's say you're playing a 2v2 game, okay? Let's say you're going for the kickoff and your teammate's cheating, right? So let's say you're going for the kickoff, you tie the kickoff, it goes to the right. Your teammate wins the boost grab, right? So your teammate's 100 boost, you're 0 boost, and the opponent that got beat on the boost grab is 0 boost, right? So you know that you're 0 boost, you know that the guy that went for the kickoff is anywhere from 0 to like 7 boost. Depending on his kickoff, you have to pay attention to that too. And you know that the guy that got beat to the boost is 0 boost, okay? And your teammate is 100 boost. He's the only person on the pitch right now with full boost. So what's likely going to happen is the guy that got beat to the boost is going to flip back to the corner boost, so he's 100, and then the guy that got beat on the kickoff is likely going to be back post if he's going for boost. Obviously, the guy with the ball now that won the boost can just shoot the open net, so he's back post with like 12 boost, and the guy's in the corner with 100. So in this situation, you know everyone's boost, right? And at this point, you as the kicker, you're low boost as well. So your best bet is just, sit behind the person who has the ball and wait. Likely they're just going to go for like a flipper set off the wall because they won the boost grab off the wall. But yeah, I mean, now you know everyone's boost, and you can apply pattern recognition. You can do what you got to do, but that gives you a huge upper hand. So yeah, that's really high level. I wouldn't get too deep into that unless you're obviously SSL or higher. But yeah, that's really that fourth tip. And this is the most important tip that I have here. Apply the knowledge I give you guys from these guide videos. Like, our body, or our mind specifically, when we receive information, we tend to think that we've applied the information, right? Like, I get all these comments, oh, I'm following all your tips, but I'm not ranking up. It's because it's likely that you're not really listening to what I'm saying, and you're just playing how you were playing before. You're not actually changing your play style. What I'd really recommend for you guys is to maybe get a notepad or just have it in your mind, at least one of the things I tell you in any of my guide videos, and go into ranked or free play and practice that one thing, and do that for all the things that you want to improve upon, right? So what that will do is you're actively telling yourself, I want to improve in these areas, instead of just having a ton of information that you obviously won't be able to improve on all of them at once without thinking about them consciously. But that's all I have for you guys, to be honest. Those are 5 essential tips to perfect game sense in Rocket League. You gotta pay attention to boost management, pattern recognition, playing ones, tracking boost collection, and most importantly, applying the knowledge I give you from these guide videos, or any guide videos. It doesn't even have to be my videos. And if you can apply all these, you will definitely rank up 100%. But yeah, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content. Comment down below what kind of videos you guys want to see. Make sure to join my Discord server, and I am streaming on Twitch pretty often here, so make sure to follow me there as well. And I post on TikTok. I'm almost at 1,000 followers. I can almost go live there. You need 1,000 to go live in like 950. So if you guys could follow there as well, that'd be much appreciated. Peace.